Buenos dias, everybody. It is 5 o'clock in the morning right now, and we are revving up to go to what they call one of the most enchanting little towns in the Pacific of Mexico, Chacala. Kurt is casting off the lines right now and getting things ready to get off the dock, so I'm gonna go ahead and get off the camera and go help him out. Well, we started off on a right note. We got out of the marina quick, and as soon as we left the Bay Area, Kurt put the sails up. We are sailing. We've been sailing for probably the last hour as the sun's been rising and the moon's been setting, and it's been friggin' awesome, guys. Something else that I'm excited about, again, is to see a whale. I have not given up this dream since last episode, and I will not be defeated until I see one. The reason I am in such desperation to see these whales is because it's a seasonal thing. Humpback whales usually live in the north, and they only come down for the winter during December, probably till maybe January, to get to cooler weathers, have some babies, and then they leave. So they say that Banderas Bay is a fantastic area, that there's like an influx of whales here during this time, and all of our friends, all of our sailing friends that we've made so far, just rub it in my face every time they see me, like, we went out into the bay and we saw a whale. Oh, we were just cruising to go get our boat hauled and we saw a whale. I'm like, I've been out here all these weekends and I haven't seen one whale. So I still have hope. I think today will be the day that I see it. I really, really do. Fingers crossed.
Thank you. Mornings are not my favorite, but as a sailor, I got to get used to these early morning departures and overnight sails, so coffee's going to become my friend. But today we've got a long sail to Chacala, and we've got very light morning winds right now. We've got breezes that are about 7-8 miles an hour coming from the beam, and so we're doing a little beam reaching, broad reaching as the wind shifts around, and we're just cruising around at 3, 4, 5 knots. But it's nice and calm today, so it's a good way to wake up this morning. The sail is going to be about 50 miles in total, actually a little bit more just because of the way the winds are blowing today. We're going to head out a little further out into the Pacific Ocean before we tack back into the land, just to take advantage of the winds that we have today. So it'll end up being a little more than 50 miles, but a good, nice, good sail today to test the boat out.
little snib, but this is a real reaction, people. I saw a humpback whale. Hopefully we can get some better footage for you guys.
You did.
We did. We saw a whale, and we were trying really hard to get some footage for you guys because that's literally all I've been talking about. But it was too hard. So hopefully we gotta check the footage, and hopefully you guys got a glimpse of what we saw. That was so excited. Hopefully there's more. Ah, there's more to come. Literally, out of nowhere, miles away from land, we got caught in a fishing line trap that seemed to have no end in sight. We spent what seemed like an eternity trying to figure out where we got snagged up. To make matters worse, an unknown watercraft began speeding its way to us, and no matter how many times I tried to make contact with them, they refused to give me a straight answer and just got closer and closer to our boat.
Okay guys, so wasn't expecting that today. It was a little bit of excitement, but we're out about maybe 12 miles offshore, and we came across, I saw one red buoy very, as it was coming up very quickly, and then I noticed that there was a yellow line attached to that red buoy, and I realized we were about to cross a fishing line, and there was nothing we could do. We were going 8 knots. So I tried to stop the boat, bring the boat to a dead stop. I brought the head sail in, I let the main sheet out, and we got to as close to a stop as we could, but we still snagged the line. Kind of a blessing in disguise. We had the dagger boards down because we're going upwind, and having those boards down caught the line, but that also kept the line from getting caught on our sail drives, which is good because we'll need the props coming in to anchor later this evening.
And those guys that just showed up and left, what?
There were actually some fishermen coming to check on their line, so they drove out and saw that we were caught. They said something, I wasn't listening to them, Linda was talking to them, they said something, then they turned around and left, so I guess it wasn't their line, they didn't care. Because I could not get unstuck from the line, so I had to pull the line in and cut it so that we could get going again. But now it seems like we're free from the line, we're back underway, we're doing 9 knots, 7, 8, 9 knots with 16 knots of wind and going on a close reach, probably another 12 miles out into the Pacific before we tack back and head towards Chacala. So we're back in business, but a little bit of excitement today.
Yeah.
Today has been a beautiful sail. We are still a number of hours away from our destination, but couldn't ask for better conditions. It's a beautiful day. The winds are like 13, 14 miles an hour. We're close reaching, doing about 6, 7 knots. So it's perfect conditions and the waves are nice. So I'm just sitting up here. I'm on watch right now, and so I'm sitting up here in the shade of my sail in my beanbag, keeping an eye on the road, and I couldn't be happier. I've been a little stressed out over the last couple months because I felt like it was taking us a long time to get going and to really get adventuring. But when I stop and think about it, what am I in a rush for? You know, it was like 4 months ago, only 4 months ago, I was living in a jungle in Panama and busting my butt putting in solar systems. And since then, we've moved from Panama, went to Texas, bought a boat, moved to Mexico, gotten the boat all geared up and ready to go, and now I'm out on the Pacific Ocean sailing to Chacala to spend a week out in paradise. So I don't know what it is that I was stressed out or complaining about, because this is the life.
Catch a fish, you guys. I swear, we finally got a fish. It had been like, I don't know what, 5 hours in waiting for a fish, and we finally catch it. The reel goes off, Kurt jumps to it, starts pulling it, it's coming, and
I set the hook this time.
He set the hook and it popped off. The entire lure popped off.
I pulled that cedar plug out of the bag, brand new, and it said ready to fish on the bag. But I had a feeling, listening to my YouTube fishing clips, I had a feeling that I should have reinforced that knot on that hook.
And
I needed to crimp it. I needed to put some anti-chafing on it, is what I understand. I needed to do all that, but it said ready to fish. So I put it in the water, and the lure just slipped right off the line, and the fish got it.
So my question is, to you viewers, what is the lesson Kurt should learn from this? Go ahead and leave a comment below. And my question to Kurt is, what lesson did you learn from this?
I learned I have to rig my own lures, and I learned that there's going to be a lot of fish that get away before we finally get one on the boat.
Like me.
Yeah.
Did that make sense? Kind of? Y'all get it. It was supposed to be a joke.
Alright, Linda's caught our first fish. It's not much of a fish, but it's something. Rigby, move. Okay, pick it up. I think it's a bonito.
A bonito, is he edible?
Small, so yeah, we'll throw him back. But I gotta get him out of this net.
Goodbye, little bonito. Sorry. All right. Oh, I got our first fish. If that was edible and I just threw away a good dinner, y'all let me know, and next time it won't happen again. But I beat Kurt. We are approaching Chacala, you guys. We made it. Apparently our Raymarine says that there's one catamaran at the anchorage, so not so busy right now. That's gonna be kind of nice to have the anchorage to ourselves. 50-something nautical miles under our belt, and we made it to the beautiful little town of Chacala. It's so cute. I am so excited to see it tomorrow, but we just got here right in the nick of time. The sun is setting, so we are gonna tidy up a little bit, get that sundowner in before it's too late, and hopefully tomorrow will be full of fun adventures. We're gonna check out the town.
That was quite a sail. 12 hours of adventure. We got to see whales, we got to see dolphins, we saw sea turtles.
I caught a fish.
Linda caught the first fish, which I'm never gonna live down. And we got caught
in that
on
line.
a fishing line.
So thank you guys so much for watching this week's episode. Hopefully we see you guys next week. You already know, be sure to like, be sure to subscribe, and leave us a comment down below. Let us know what your favorite part of this episode was, and we will see you guys next week.
Cheers.